Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This is actually a new series I'm gonna call Captain Chillie's Coaster Class. Now, I started this series because I've had a couple friends who have just started this game, and I just wanted to make them a quick little video to teach them how to build a basic roller coaster. So obviously we're gonna put down a station. Now, then what we're gonna do is we'll do like a simple lift hill, but I'm just gonna do like a little dip. It's like a pre-lift, so let's go ahead and do that. And before we start the lift hill, I have to go over a few things. So right here, track feature, that gives us all of our options right here. So we have a chain lift, we can do a station, we can, which normally it's not really practical to put a station with the advanced editor. I'll probably explain that later. Some brakes we can do, boosters we can do, block brakes, which basically let you add more than one car into the track, a hold brake, which some of these options aren't on every roller coaster, but what this does is you can hold before the drop in a drop elevator track, which this is, I'll probably teach how to work this in a different video. But we're gonna basically start building just like a basic like chain lift, up, down, brake run, whatever. And before we start, please go down to this little star right here. It says additional track options. Now, you're gonna start with linear. So if you haven't changed the setting, it's gonna be linear. What you're gonna want to do is go to smooth continuous. This will basically like smooth out your coaster as you go. And these buttons right here, rotate spine, it kind of just like lets you rotate it. This is just like a very short piece of track, so this would be like really unsmooth. Obviously it doesn't let me put it down. And then move is just like up, down, instead of just like, yeah. Now as you can see, obviously our banking is really messed up, so to reset our banking, we're gonna wanna go down here to roll, and then hit reset. So that gets us back to 0, 0. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make this a pretty steep lift hill, going up. So we'll keep doing this, and yeah, we'll go straight up, like so, and then we won't make this too high. And we'll do a dip. We'll start our first drop. Now, what you obviously have to make sure you can't do is do not put a chain for the whole piece of track. I might actually go back and do this. Will that even make it through? I don't know. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna use... So this is also... I'm trying to make the coaster smooth and not where it makes that whirring sound. Like the... I don't even know what the sound... It's like a really annoying sound if you have the chain lift going through the entire track. So we're gonna do like a small dip. Okay, maybe not that steep, but we're gonna do a decently steep drop. So we're gonna come down here, and we're gonna do a dip, and then basically what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want some really long track pieces. Like you're not if it's like, for example, if we do this and then just like go into a bank like that, that is not smooth. This is huge no-no. Instead, what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to do something like this. That's smooth. So it'll come down and just go like, just if you follow my mouse, it'll go like that. So yeah, we have our first drop. And now I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do a basic turnaround. And again, this might be a little bit unsmooth, so make sure your pieces are big. So they're big like that, and then we're gonna do like, we're just gonna make it do a simple turn, like so. And we have our turn, and what we're gonna wanna do is to reset the banking. We could just do this, but I don't know how smooth that would be, so I'm gonna do just like a gradual transition kind of thing. And then now we'll go into a inversion, or should we go into an inversion? I don't know. We'll do like a little like roll. So right here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start the roll, and we're gonna go like this and like so, and we're just gonna do a basic roll and keep your pieces pretty big because small pieces aren't all that smooth. So we're not gonna instantly just go into something else after this roll, because if we just like did instantly after the roll, for example, like if we did something like this and then that is not, this is also a no-no. So we're gonna go back here. Oh, maybe I should not do that. What we're gonna want to do instead, if you're not, that's not gonna work. So I forgot to show you this in the beginning, but to just reset the track to how it was like before, you're gonna want to go like this to reset node, and you're gonna go finish off this little roll, and there we go. And now what we're gonna want to do is I'm just gonna make it do a little banked turn, a little spiral down, and keep going down. There we go. And we're gonna reset the banking here, because now I'll demonstrate how to add a launch. So you're gonna go back to station segment, and you're gonna click booster, and you don't want to put too much, especially if you don't have the Ride Operations Game Pass. You don't want to put too much down, because it's gonna go way too fast, and you don't want your coaster going too fast. So I'm gonna put down a booster, and then we'll make it go up a little bit. And this, I'm trying to think of an element we could do. We could probably just do another basic top hat, or just like we could just do pretty much a huge hill. I'm gonna just do that. So you have your really exciting hill, hopefully gonna produce some airtime. And again, I'm not the best coaster builder, so I'm probably not qualified to do a lot of this. And there's probably different people that could teach you more techniques, but I'm just gonna try and teach the basics. So we got our little thing, and then we got our little hill, and then I don't know why I ended it that quick. So we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna try going into move. See how that looks. Yeah, there we go. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn again towards the station. Maybe, I don't know how smooth that would be. So we're gonna reset how the track was before, not reset the banking this time. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do another little turn. And again, I don't know if you're trying to replicate my design, go ahead. I don't really mind. This isn't a great coaster, but I don't know if this design, if you're trying to replicate it, will work without disabled collisions or not. So you might have to make some minor tweaks. But now we've run into the brake run, so maybe I should do this a different way. So what I'm gonna do, just to demonstrate, is I'm gonna have it turning. So we're gonna do one final little spiral down here, if this works well. I'm gonna do a little spiral turn. Okay, maybe this isn't the smoothest right here, but it will do. And so we're banked, right? We are banking. So what we're gonna do to reset our banking, in order to put down a brake run, is we are going to go down to here, roll. See, our banking's a little bit weird. So we're gonna hit reset. That brings us to 0, 0. And we're gonna drag this piece out. And you need a track piece. How am I gonna explain this? Actually, maybe I shouldn't have it angled upwards. So I'm gonna point it downwards a bit, reset the banking. But you're gonna need a piece. So now you're like, oh, it just says 0, 0. So like, you have to have a piece. You have to reset the piece before the brakes. You have to reset that piece's banking, because obviously if I go to put brakes down, I can't do it here. I have to have the piece behind it have the banking reset. So once I put down that piece, then I could add a brake, and the coaster will slow down so it doesn't slam into the station. Now to add a few stations, or like if you want, say you're like trying to recreate a ride and there's like an entrance exit station, what I highly recommend doing is going snap node to grid, or maybe enlarge this first and then snap it to grid. Make sure it's smooth, make sure that it's like not super janky. Okay, wait, I don't like how it's doing that. So snap to grid, And now what we can do is we can go into basic editor and put down more stations. And this also, it doesn't just let you do stations. Obviously, you can do the same stuff with basic editor, although I highly encourage you not to use basic editor. And so we're probably just gonna have it, I'll probably just make it turn back into the. So here's our roller coaster. As you can see, it's not great. I've made way better, but I kind of just threw this one together just to show you guys a basic few things. Now, another thing that would be super helpful, I didn't put any block breaks down, but block breaks, basically how they work in real life is they make sure roller coaster cars, they let you run multiple on the track. So like if a car is stuck in like a place or something, and then there's two cars running and like there's a problem with the car in front of it where it might like collide with it, the car will stop on a block break, which is usually what's on like a mid-course brake run, I believe. And so yeah, so I didn't add a mid-course brake run because it's a short ride. And so also one thing you can do though, since I didn't add block brakes, is I can go to treat the end of the chain lift as a block brake. So I think if I set it to testing, will that add two cars? Yes, it will. So the only problem with this is it might stop you at the top of the chain lift, which we might see it do. Yeah, see, so it stops at the lift hill, and when this hits the brake, this should go. I think it's either when this hits the brake or the station, but that's going to be able to go. And to recolor your coaster, obviously just go to appearance, and we'll do like I'm just going to pick a random color. So we got like the neon green, and we hit apply to all pieces, and then we can do like green and blue, why not? And then you're gonna hit confirm to the entire track, so boom, we have our really bright colored coaster. And for supports, you can obviously change them, so I can go here, apply to all supports, boom, they're all colored. And for supports, how to turn them off, you go to automatic or off, and if you hit off, you can either disable it by clicking on one piece, which I'll show you right now. So if I clicked on this piece, and I went to supports and I went off, it just gets rid of that one support. But if I wanted all these supports done, say like I'm building a custom supports for this ride, I'll hit apply to all pieces, so all the supports go away. So now you just have like the basic track. I'll put the supports back, but that is, oh yeah, and if you'd like to color the tracks each different color, or like if you want one part of the track a specific color and then another part of the track a different color, you can do what I just demonstrated with the supports, or you can go here, go to the paint tool, and I could just do like let's do purple and red, and I could just do this, so now the brake run is a different color than the actual track. So there we go, we have like two different colors. We'll just color half the coaster like this. Okay, and boom, there we go. So here's our coaster. Obviously very, very wonky. And yeah, it's just something thrown together to show the basics, but let's strap on this thing and see how smooth it is. So